Hello everyone, my name is Stephen Murray and I'd like to welcome you to another episode of The Gift of Giving. For those tuning in for the first time, this program focuses on the non-profits, foundations and 501c3s based right here in the state of Nevada. These are the people in the trenches and who are giving back to our community, making it a better and brighter place. Today's guests are certainly no exception and they truly are in the trenches. I'd like to welcome, first of all, Mark Spear. You're the commander of Red Rock Search and Rescue, and your guest is also Anjanine Simonson, and you prefer to be referred to as AJ. Welcome you both to the program. Thank you for taking the time to be here.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, it's going to be a pleasure. And I think what you're doing is absolutely amazing. So, Mark, why don't you start off by giving us a brief overview of the organization and when it was founded?
Our organization was founded about 13 years ago. We currently have between 150 and 200 members. They're all volunteers. As you said, we're a 501c3. So we rely totally on donations from the community and the business community as well. We go out on over 70 searches every year looking for people that are missing, endangered. That could be up in the wilderness. It could be in the urban areas, Alzheimer's patients, Down syndrome, exigent circumstance, somebody that's sick and walked away. And so we will go out for those kinds of searches.
Wow, that's amazing. And now what made you join this? Because you're the commander, so
well, it's a funny story. A friend of mine that's on the team, she introduced me to my wife almost a little over 50 years ago. And she and my wife were hiking up at Mount Charleston, ran across two Red Rock Search and Rescue members. And she wanted to join right away. My wife wasn't interested. And I was retired and bored and had nothing to do. I said, well, I'll join and just handle the radio at the command posts. And so I joined and became trained, and I started handling the radio. And then I started doing some other things and some other things. And a little less than 4 years later, I'm the commander.
Wow. So life takes us down different paths that we never anticipate, right?
Never anticipated this turn for sure at this stage of my life.
No.
But I couldn't be happier or more fulfilled. One of the most fulfilling things I've ever done.
That's fantastic. It's wonderful to hear that.
Yeah.
Nice to hear that there's things for people later in life to get involved in that they really enjoy doing.
Absolutely. And there's a job or a place for everybody in our organization. From 18 to 90 years old, there's something that we can find for you to do if you're interested.
It sounds like it. And we're going to go through some of those options and opportunities for volunteers. So please stay tuned, folks. AJ, now what made you join it and how long have you been a member of Red Rock Search and Rescue?
I've been a member for a little over 8 years. And I had a situation where a friend of mine went missing. And I was really struggling to get, she was an adult. And I was really struggling to get, I had a hard time even submitting a missing person report on her since she's an adult. And I took to Facebook and started getting information out. The commander at that time was Donald Moore, who was on my friends list through another organization. And he gave me information about Red Rock Search and Rescue. And that was how I learned about it. My friend turned up. She was okay. She just was actually missing by choice. I just didn't know where she was. She was out of contact. Fine, no problem. Just a little stressful for a few days. But I became very passionate about it because I learned what it was like to be on the other side of that. Yes. And I became very, very passionate about the organization. And I learned what it's like to be on the, friends or family side of that, of what it's like having someone missing. It's absolutely terrifying.
Yes. And people don't always think what the family members are going through. You think about what's happened to the lost ones. So
exactly.
Congratulations on getting involved in that. And now we've got a lot to cover, so I'm going to jump right in here. First of all, the title of your organization is Red Rock Search and Rescue. Do you actually only cover Red Rock area, or what's your geographical area that you cover? And do you plan on expanding wherever it is you cover?
The area that we cover is really Valley of Fire to Lake Mead to Mount Charleston, all of the wilderness and throughout that area. The urban setting, meaning the city setting, we cover Boulder City, Henderson, North Las Vegas, Las Vegas City proper, the county. We do get calls outside of the Las Vegas area. We've been down to Laughlin. We've been to the San Bernardino County line to help.
Oh, wow.
We've been
Go to Pahrump.
In Pahrump, we help out there. So we have a large geographic area that we cover. We had a search up in Mesquite, which is a long ways away.
Yes.
So
quite a drive.
It's quite a area that we cover.
That is a large area, but you work with other organizations. What organizations are you connected with that you partner with?
Well, we're a force multiplier for law enforcement. So all of the law enforcement area in this area we work with. We also work with the National Park Service and the park rangers and BLM. We go out and help them as well. So if they call us, we absolutely go. Sometimes we get a call, as you're going to hear in the specialty teams, from the family, and then we will work with the law enforcement agency in that area and determine whether we're going to respond or not. There's a set of criteria for us.
Okay. Now, if people reach out to you, are you compelled to reach out to the law enforcement first before you get involved, or can?
Yes, that's our protocol.
So
we want to make sure that we're working together, making sure that it's not a criminal issue that maybe the family members are trying to cover up, or friends or suspects. We just don't know. So we wouldn't go out without talking with them.
Okay.
Local law enforcement.
Now, when the local law enforcement, if people contact local law enforcement first, and are you then called in at the beginning or in the middle, or do they say, you know what, do they reach out to you at the beginning and say, can you cover this area while we cover this area? Is that how it works?
Yeah, all of the above. Sometimes it's really wonderful when we can get in right on the beginning. Recently, we had a call out when we got called out in the afternoon when someone was missing from the morning. So it's really wonderful when we can get called out in the beginning. Sometimes we get called out in the middle. We also do cold cases when someone has been missing for a very long time, sometimes years. So
wow.
We can do any of the above. And we do get called out when law enforcement resources expire. Our local law enforcement is busy. They have huge, exhaustive caseloads. We're volunteers. We can continue working. We can keep going when law enforcement, unfortunately, cannot.
They can't. Yes. Wow. It's nice you've got such a good networking system with the law enforcement, and that it's amazing that you would go down to the San Bernardino line as well. Do you actually get called from the California law enforcement, or?
In that case, we got a call from the California homicide detectives.
And they'll reach out to you as well?
They were pretty sure that there was somebody there that had been dumped.
Wow.
We don't always talk about, we talk about saving people, but sometimes they're beyond saving. They're already gone. So we help find those that are living and those that aren't living so that we can help bring closure to the families.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, families need to be reunited, no matter the state of their missing person.
Well, for the closure, if nothing else, they need to have some closure and not.
We need to bring
the
answers.
Rest of the answers.
Absolutely.
Yes, for sure. Approximately how many people have you found? Are you able to quantify it?
Quantifying is a hard number because we work as a force multiplier with other agencies. But in the course of 13 years, I would say we've helped recover or find several hundred people.
Wow. But if you found one, it's worthwhile.
It's amazing. There's no greater
joy. If you found several hundred, reuniting those families, no matter under what circumstances.
There's no greater
I mean,
joy in
that's
finding
gratifying.
a live person and telling the family.
Sure.
You'll hear from AJ about the family liaison role in a minute.
Yes.
But there's just absolutely no greater joy. And even if they're not alive, it's still a good thing for us to be able to
Sure.
find them and tell the family.
Now, you help the search. You've got specialty teams in a whole host of areas.
Yes.
And wonderful volunteer opportunities for everybody. We're going to take a brief sponsorship break. Please stay tuned, everybody. Listen to all the specialty teams that we'll be talking about in the second section. We'll be right back.
Introducing Pacific Coast Capital, your partner in finance. We provide financing for your business. Speed, flexibility, and creativity are the foundation of our service. We'll help you navigate through change and opportunities. Our 90-plus years of experience ensures quick turnaround on loan decisions. Ride the wave to prosperity with us. Ready for new funding? Visit our website today at pacificcoastcap.com.
Welcome back, everyone, and I'd like to welcome back our guest today, Mark Spear, Commander of Red Rock Search and Rescue, and Anjanine Simonson, AJ. So we're going to talk in this section about the specialty teams, and you have a slew of them, an absolute slew of them.
We're very
So let's go through them one by one. Let's start with the 4x4 team. Is there special training required? How many people are equipped? Who would like to talk about the 4x4 team?
Yes, there's a lot of training involved because going uphill, going downhill, side hill, loose impediments, rocks, all of that. We have a captain of our 4x4 team who also brings in Southern Nevada Off-Road Recovery, SNOR, and they provide some great training for us as well as a great service to the community on their own. I think we have about 8 members, and they all need to have a 4x4 vehicle, and they all have to go through training and continuous training. There's always something to learn about.
You've got to be fit. I'd imagine physically fit, right?
They don't have to be as fit as the field team because they're driving their vehicles up.
Oh, okay, yes.
They also transport our teams to search locations so that they don't get tired trying to reach the destination to search. So they're utilized in a wide range of areas.
Cool. Okay. And then you have a drone team. We'd like to talk about the drones.
Our drone team has been absolutely taking off lately. There's a lot of certifications that are required to be a drone pilot. And it's very, very technical. I'm kind of on the very outskirts of the drone program, but it's just amazing. The technology, the actual drones itself, but also the computer programming that goes in behind it. It's amazing, and they're doing phenomenal things with it. It's very, very exciting.
Do you have your own drones?
We just upgraded in the last year with 2 new drones, large drones that have infrared capabilities, so they can search at night. They have long range. We're working on some communication so that they can be out a mile and transporting the video to our command post that can be looked at by somebody else.
Okay. And the operators of these drones, that they have to be licensed, do they?
They need a Part 107 license, and we will help. I shouldn't say we because I'm not involved with the drone, but our drone captain, Von Hare, will gladly help anybody that wants to do that.
Anybody who wants to get involved there.
Yeah.
And then you have a technical rescue. What's entailed in the technical rescue?
That's our rope team. That's
our technical ropes team. We do not want to compete with Metro SAR, and so our activities are regulated to low angle rescue. So we would set up ropes for low angle things to help with our Stokes baskets, which is what we use to carry people in that are injured, or to make sure that our searchers are safe if they're near a ledge somewhere.
Okay. So there's opportunities there as well.
Yes.
And mountain and urban bike team. Do you have a bicycle team?
We have a bicycle team. I think there's 6 to 8 members on that currently. We just had a couple that moved on to other things. And they train within the urban areas, not too much out in the wilderness, but we did utilize them in the northeast Las Vegas area in October, November of last year when we were searching for a missing person out there.
Cool. Boy, there are a lot of thoughts being put into all these specialty programs.
Yes, sir.
You know, you found a need and you've plugged up the holes. Now, the people support team,
This is
This
AJ's.
is-
psychologists, therapists?
This is this is my passion area. Our people support team has multiple facets to it. We provide member support. We provide where the area that I'm very passionate about is our family liaison area. So when we do have a missing person, we can provide on-site support to the families during the search. It's very stressful, can be very traumatic at times, and we're able to assist them with that. We also have an emergency call team, which that is when any incoming call into our phone line, we have people who answer that, who are specially trained to answer those phone calls.
Good. That's a good program as well.
Yes.
Then you have a canine team.
Search
Popular
dogs.
program.
Search
Search
dogs.
dogs.
Everybody loves the dogs. So we have both live find trailing dogs as well as HR human remains dogs.
Mhm. And how many of those where are the dogs housed or kept during all of this? Or do you just go out and...
They all belong to our volunteers, so they take their own dogs.
they take their own dogs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you take your own dogs,
Wow.
train them up, do all the training yourself.
Wow, and how many of those do you have?
Well, we have about
Approximately.
10 in various stages of training and certifications. We have 2 that are nationally certified currently, and several more that are close to being certified nationally. And that is a very expensive proposition for the owners.
Yes.
They obviously love it, and they go to multiple states, Texas and Montana and Oklahoma and
It's incredible.
various states to do the training throughout the year.
What an amazing team of volunteers that you have in all these different categories, you know, all bases. It's
Yes.
amazing. You've got a solid support team there. I know you could always use more, you know.
And there's times where our dogs are the lead dogs on a case, even with law enforcement, because their
Mhm.
dogs are being used elsewhere, or they're not trained with the human remains detection or trailing a missing person.
Wow.
So
It's incredible.
they're utilized a lot.
Okay. Now, I understand you've got a new training program. Is that pretty new?
No,
Sorry, tracking
tracking.
program.
That's fairly new,
Yes.
and within the last year plus. And now I think we have about half a dozen members on that team as well, and they're constantly training out in the desert and soft areas where we can track people's footprints and hopefully find them through that method.
Wow. Boy, I don't know how else you can spread, you know, with all the teams you've
Something
got.
will come up. won't
We
it?
Yeah,
will find it. We will
something.
find it.
Well, we're soon going to be discussing community outreach, and you've got a whole host of things there,
Yeah.
but
Yes.
that'll be in the next segment. Before we wrap up this one, I'd like to ask you, Anthony, would you like to, or both of you, talk about what it's actually like being out on a search mission? The emotional feeling, and it's certainly when you find somebody, if it's your team or your group that's found a lost person.
You give a positive one, I'll give a negative one.
Okay, so
No, we're
I
all
like that
about
deal.
positive.
Yes.
I like that. It can be such a roller coaster. There's a lot of downtime, and it's a lot of the time is rather boring, which is actually a good thing. But when it's exciting, it is extremely exciting. We had a missing person once. We got a call for an overdue hiker out in the Red Rock area. And he was an extremely experienced hiker.
Yes.
He has his own blog. He's been hiking in the Vegas Valley for, I think, 18 or 20 years. Extremely experienced, very knowledgeable. And he was overdue. And we were able to go out. We were actually able to locate him quite quickly. And it was also interesting because people don't understand. You can have water, and if you're sweating, you can deplete all of the minerals and electrolytes in your body from sweating, and your body can no longer process the water. So you actually need to add electrolytes, and that was the situation he was in. And he was actually in very, very, very bad condition. He thought he just needed to rest, but he actually needed electrolytes. So we found him. Our team was able to do a medical assessment on him and give him some snacks and some electrolytes and get him feeling better. When he got back to our command post, he just wanted to go home and he wanted to be
Remember that?
done.
You and I had to talk him into it. Yeah.
Mark and I actually, we were able to talk him into actually going to seek medical attention, and he was hospitalized for like 3 days.
3 days.
Wow.
I think his kidneys may have been shutting down or something like
Critical
that.
condition. He was in. Yeah.
Yes, he was actually in very bad shape, and he didn't realize that. So he had water, but his body wasn't processing it.
Wow.
And he joined the team. David Smith, he joined the team, and he's now a very active member of our team. It's absolutely wonderful to be a part of something like that.
Absolutely. And on that positive note, please stay with us, folks. We're going to take a brief sponsorship break. We'll be right back. And if none of these specialty teams appeals to you, don't worry. We've got plenty of opportunities coming up in community outreach. Please stay with us.
Tariffs, pandemics, rising inflation. The Joshua Dowden team is ready when volatility happens. Markets fluctuate for reasons nobody can control. Don't let the headlines drive your financial plan. The Joshua Dowden team at Priority Wealth Partners has served Summerlin retirees for 3 decades. Our 5-tier risk management strategy matches our strategies with your goals, with plans designed for your assets to be there when you need them. Conveniently located at the heart of downtown Summerlin. Call Joshua Dowden today or visit DowdenFinancialServices.com.
Country roads take me home to the place where I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama. Comes a triple yodel. Adi-yodelay, oh, the little, oh,
Welcome back, everyone. And I'd like to welcome back our guest today, Mark Spear, commander of Red Rock Search and Rescue. And AJ, thanks for being with us again. And today we're going to talk about, community outreach. So let's start with the first one, Hug a Tree. Who wants to talk about Hug a Tree?
Hug a Tree program evolved out of a case in San Diego where a young boy went missing. And as the search grew, and it grew to about 500 people, searchers, between the military and civilians, he kept moving around. And so after a few days, he was found. He didn't make it. He died from the elements. And the family and one of the searchers decided, we have to try to do something to stop this from happening. So they developed the Hug a Tree program, which simply stated is, if you get lost, hug a tree. I've used it here as an emergency call taker with somebody up in Red Rock. Hug a rock. We don't have that many trees. Don't hug a cactus, but you can sit by the cactus, right?
Uh-huh.
And so we go out and teach. In the last year, I think we're over 50 presentations to the community, to schools. Certainly over 4,000 or 5,000 kids each year in the last several years we've reached out to. We do boys and girls clubs. Where I live is a community, 55 and up community. We've taught that community. So we'll go anywhere and teach that program. It talks about essentials, what you need to carry in your car when you're
Sure.
my age and you're driving from here to wherever. You need to make sure you have water and supplies. So
Absolutely.
it's a great program.
It is. It sounds like a good program.
Yeah.
And then I saw you also have career days, and you're an all-volunteer organization. It seems an oxymoron. So maybe somebody can explain
Yeah,
what career
yeah.
days is.
You want me to talk about that?
Go ahead.
So when you have career days, it's just kind of for us to open the eyes of what else is out there. It's about giving back to the community, and I've been doing that my whole life. It doesn't mean that you have to have a job, a paying job, to give back to the community.
No.
But we'll work. There'll be law enforcement. There'll be fire department. There'll be Nevada Department of Energy. There'll be the companies to handle the rubbish. All sorts of jobs. And we bring our command post trailer there, and we let people come through and walk through the trailer and see what we do and tell them, because it also opens their eyes. There's a group at Metro that has search and rescue, and whether they stay in Las Vegas, they might open their eyes to other search and rescue organizations that could be paid.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. And then you have a skills training program in your community outreach.
We do. We teach the skills like life-saving skills, stop the bleed, and again, we do a lot with kids. Because you see blood and they freak out. It's nothing to freak out about. Just learn how to bandage it properly.
Mm-hmm.
We do a lot of CPR training with the community. Last night we had, I don't know how many, several dozen Girl Scouts that were learning basic CPR skills. So that's the kind of thing that we teach.
Now, do they? You mentioned about last night the Girl Scouts. Do they reach out to you, or they come? Do you actually go to where they meet, or do you have a center where they come to you?
They come to us.
They come to you,
Yeah, and
they
it's a
reach out to you.
combination of them reaching out, us reaching out. The community outreach program and vehicles like this is what I'm after, to get the word out about Red Rock Search and Rescue and what we can do for the community and what we do for the community.
Yes, do amazing work. And then you have preventative search and rescue.
Yes.
We refer to them generally as PSARs. And that is, we often go down to areas like hiking trails, like Gold Strike and Arizona Hot Springs down near Lake Mead, and we help educate people, give them water, things like that, help them understand what they're going to be getting into. Some people are very underprepared for the hikes that they're going
That's
on.
for sure.
I've seen like a family of 5 going on these major hikes with flip-flop, and these are hikes that have, ropes. They're very technical hikes. A family of 5, mostly children, in flip-flops and one 20-ounce Starbucks cup of water. And it's like, we're about to be going on a rescue here. So, a little education, maybe let them know what the hike really is, and maybe guide them over to Railroad Pass or something that might be a little bit more suitable for the hike that they're on, than the hike that they're on. Education goes a long way. Loading them up with water. I've given people waters and they're like, I really don't need that. And then they come back, can I have more water, please?
Yes.
Got you. And then we're also prepared. We do end up bringing people off the trail. We end up rescuing dogs with hurt pads and some injuries and sometimes more major issues as well coming off of the trail.
We came off the trail last year with a woman. We started at 9:00 in the morning with our PSARs, and we didn't get back to the trailer until 10:30 at night.
Oh my goodness.
So
that's
we're there.
a long
need
day.
our
You
help,
don't
we're
give
there.
up. Yes. Boy, never give up. Now, how does the organization get funded?
Well, that's part of my job, reaching out and educating the public and educating companies near and abroad that we are a nonprofit 501c3 As I told you before we started, when I became commander last year, I doubled my salary and I still make zero. So none of us make any money. All the money that we get through grants or donations goes straight to the running of our operation, which we run a pretty lean operation, but we still need money
Sure.
every year. For the grace of God, Subaru has been a big supporter. We call them a legacy supporter, as they refer to us as we are the legacy supporter for Red Rock. And they've been very generous with their Share the Love program. That's every December. And without their help, I'm not sure where we would be today. So big shout out to Subaru for their yearly.
Absolutely. Let's hear it for Subaru for being such a strong supporter here. And sounds like it's certainly appreciated.
Ingolstadt Foundation as well. Those have been two huge.
Sorry, which foundation?
Ingolstadt
Foundation. Yes, familiar with them.
Huge, very huge, both of them. I just don't know if we would have all the specialty teams, training centers, and things that we have without those
there
two
are
groups.
expenses. As you said, you've got the drones and the vehicles and all that stuff.
Even our radios are expensive.
Yes.
So-
Yes. Yeah. Nothing's for free, that's for sure. Now, do you have any fundraisers? Do you have any upcoming fundraisers through the?
We have some things we're working on online, some raffles and some silent auctions that we're working on. We're working with a couple of foundations right now to help fund us, but no big fundraising events at this point.
Yeah. Wow. Well, if there's anybody out there that would like to donate or contribute some funds, volunteer, the organization would certainly appreciate it. And you guys are just doing amazing work. And I thank you for you're doing the Lord's work. And thank you for being on the program today. It's been a pleasure having you as a guest.
Thanks for having us. Very humbled to be on here today.
No, it's a pleasure.
Thank you so
before
much.
you go, if people want to reach out, would you like to give us your website and phone number, contact information?
Sure. It's www.redrocksar.org. And I'll give you the phone number. I'll read it so I don't make any mistakes. It's our emergency. Do you have the actual number?
No.
Our emergency hotline, which you can reach us, is 702-758-4727. But you can get all the information off of our website on how to help fund.
Yes, no, we've got the regular phone number, and John will put it up on the screen anyway, so don't worry about it. So thanks again for being on the program. And I'd also like to thank you, the viewers, for tuning in today. Hope you found this program informative. And if you know of anybody who'd like to volunteer or donate, please share this interview with them. It would be greatly appreciated. And if you have any comments or questions, please reach out to me, Stephen at thegiftofgiving.vegas. I'd also like to thank John Stiles, the show's producer and station owner of WWDBTV. And I'd also like to thank our sponsors, without whom we wouldn't even have a program. They're Pacific Coast Capital, Priority Wealth Partners, the Firelight Barn, and my late business partner, Ralph John Champion. You'll hear his message at the end of this program. And I'd also like to thank the friends of the Gift of Giving. These are the anonymous donors that wish to keep it that way, but we wouldn't have a program without their support either. I hope you will join us again real soon. In the meantime, please be safe, be kind to one another, and be back. Bye for now.
Mr. R.J. Champion is proud to sponsor WWDB-TV's series, The Gift of Giving, and wishes the program much success. Congratulations and gratitude to the featured guests and the organizations they represent. Our community is well served by your tireless efforts to make Nevada a better state for all its residents.